Oh, what's this? It's our brand new ZONEofTECH Discord, where anyone can join for free. We get to talk about tech, leaks and rumors, and you can suggest video ideas to us too. Some of you, like our user Mohammed, even suggested their own setups. And we've even got an Ask ZONEofTECH channel where you can ask me and my team any questions, so tap the link below to join and let's have some fun talking tech. Which brings us to the iPhone SE 4. So this right here is the iPhone SE 3, Apple's most recent iPhone SE, which came out in 2022. And while Apple sells it at a fairly low $430 price point, there is no other phone on the market that you can buy for this price that lacks so many things. The display is still a 60Hz LCD panel that is only 4.7 inches in size. The bezels are as thick as my thumb, and the camera on the back is a single camera module, with a sensor that Apple released 8 years ago. Luckily, all this is set to change with the SE 4, which I strongly believe that it will be the next mid-range king. And that's because everything is changing. I've already talked about the leaked CAD models in our previous video from March that showcased a design that resembled an iPhone 14. And now we've got some even more details that give us the full picture of everything to expect. Some of those new details are some case leaks. These were posted by leaker Maijin Bu on Twitter, and what's really interesting here is that they seem to confirm everything that we've seen in the CAD models before. First of all, the frame is now squared off, matching the frame on the iPhone 14. We've also got what looks to be a cutout for the action button, something that's also been rumored to come to the SE 4. If we take a look at the back, we can see that both the case and the dummy unit share the cutout for the new camera module, which, although is still a single module, it is rumored to be a brand new 48 megapixel sensor, matching the one on the iPhone 15. And lastly, if we take a look at the front, we can see that iPhone 14 style design, with the same sized notch and very similar bezels to the iPhone 14 as well. Now, the thing is that these are not the only iPhone SE case leaks that we've got. In fact, Sonny Dixon actually posted this leak on our Discord server. This looks to be a case render, probably made by or for a case manufacturing, depicting the iPhone SE 4. And once again, we can see the same changes as reported before, with the iPhone 14 style design, the action button, the notch, and the new camera module. So if you're coming from an old SE, the changes are extremely significant. You're getting a brand new design that will finally look like it belongs in Apple's current iPhone lineup. You're also getting a significantly larger 6.1-inch display that is also set to be OLED this time around. You're also getting that much better 48 megapixel iPhone 15 sensor, and you're also getting USB-C as opposed to Lightning. So all of this sounds great, but it doesn't mean anything if Apple still won't be competitive. So with all of this in mind, let's take a look at the competitors on the market right now. So for $350 or $80 less than the iPhone SE 4, and of course that's assuming that the SE 4 remains at the same $430 price point, you can get this guy, the Nothing Phone 2A. And the Phone 2A does actually come with some really nice extras for this price. It comes with a 120Hz display, a unique glyph interface which lights up when you get notifications, dual camera modules on the back, which, although yes, they are not flagship level like on the SE 4, you do have the ultrawide as a secondary option. Not even to mention the larger battery. The SE 4 does have its own advantages, like the superior camera module, the much more powerful A16 or even A17 Pro chip as opposed to the mid-range chip inside the Nothing Phone 2A, but you cannot argue with the fact that the Phone 2A is an amazingly good deal. Another competitor to the SE 4 is also this guy, the Pixel 7a. Now, this one is much more expensive at $500, so $70 more than the SE 4, but it's got some very impressive dual cameras with Google's image processing, as well as a number of Google's AI features like Photo Unblur, Magic Editor, and more. Although it looks like these will also be coming to the iPhone soon too. So yeah, the Pixel 7a is not as good of a deal as the Nothing Phone 2a is. Plus, it's also only got a 90Hz display as opposed to 120. But it is arguably an overall better device than what the SE 4 is going to be. Of course, these are just two of the best alternatives. There are so many more out there, including, of course, Apple's own iPhones. You see, Apple's still selling the iPhone 13, which, yes, if you get it brand new, it will cost you $600, but if you get it refurbished from Amazon, you can get it for as low as $460, and that's also for a 13 Pro, which, well, yes, it does come with an inferior and older A15 chip, and also a worse main camera. It does give you a 120Hz display, as well as a telephoto and an ultrawide module. So I think that what Apple really needs to do here is find ways to make the SE 4 more unique, and make it appeal to what the general market for such an iPhone will be, which is more than likely students, children, and anyone really looking for a more affordable iPhone. Personally, I would love to see Apple introducing some vibrant colors with this new SE4. Like, I really love the old 5C colors from back in the day, so we've actually rendered our concept in those exact same colors, such as green, blue, yellow, red, and white. I do kind of miss the era of Apple giving us some vibrant colors, like we've only had pastel colors for so many years, so hopefully this can come back with a new SE. And speaking of colors, it's been over 6 months since I've made my Spectrum Splash wallpapers pack. And today, I'm finally launching my second new pack, Centric Circles. So what I've done with this one is that I've played with circles, diagonal lines, and also colors to create these minimal abstract designs. This first wallpaper, which you all get for free, is actually the first design that I created. Then I've also got a couple of more minimal ones, as well as some more complex ones where I've once again split the design in two. And of course, all of these are in full 8K, so that you can actually zoom in a lot and then create different unique designs out of them. So yeah, check out my Centric Circles pack in our app wallpapers for iOS and Android. Now, there are a couple of more things to consider when it comes to the SE4. 3 things specifically. The first is that it might actually come with an inferior OLED display compared to the other iPhone models. According to a new report from ZDNet Korea, the displays for the SE4 will actually be manufactured by Bowie instead of Samsung, which had to withdraw due to pricing issues. And Bowie's relationship with Apple is a bit controversial. Back in 2020, Apple had Bowie manufacture some of the displays for the iPhone 12, but apparently they failed a number of their quality tests. And then when Apple released the iPhone 13s, they caught Bowie making some unexpected changes to their displays behind Apple's back. And even though, yes, Bowie has managed to successfully manufacture the displays for the standard iPhone 14, Apple rejected Bowie again for the iPhone 15 screens. So it's pretty clear that Bowie has both the lowest prices for Apple's display as well as the lowest quality. Also, something interesting to note from this report here is that apparently Apple is also aiming to reduce their dependency on Samsung displays, it seems. From the looks of it, that is because of Samsung's fees. Samsung has been asking Apple for $30 for each iPhone SE4 display, which, considering Apple's target of 50 million iPhone SE4s, that would mean that Apple would have to pay Samsung $450 million just for the displays. Bowie, for example, seems to be able to manufacture the displays for $25 or $375 million, which is $75 million less. So as long as Apple keeps giving Bowie more and more orders, they can then improve their manufacturing and be able to supply Apple with lower cost displays. Which brings us to the second thing to consider, which is depreciation. According to Sell, which is a website that allows you to sell your current devices, iPhone SE models have depreciated much more rapidly than current models, with the SE3, for example, losing 42.6% of its resale value within the first month only. Now, I don't think that it's going to be this bad with the SE4, given that it will be a brand new design, but it is something that you should keep in mind, that if you're planning on maybe getting the SE4 now and then upgrading to a Pro model a year or two later, then you may not be able to get most of your money back. And third, we also need to remember that no price has yet been leaked for the SE4, and I would honestly be surprised if Apple keeps it at the same $430 price point as now. Like, I expect at least a $500 price point, if not even more. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this new iPhone SE4, and don't forget to check out our Discord, which you can join for free by using the link below. I'm Daniel, this is ZONEofTECH, and I'll see you guys in the next one. ZONEofTECH, signing out. Cheers.